Hey, what's up guys? This is Cooper of Blade HQ. I've been a hunter all my life. I'm 31, so 20-ish years I've been actually hunting in the field. Last week I harvested a mule deer here in Utah during the archery hunt. I'm going to be showing you today what I use to process the meat and harvest that animal and get him off the mountain. So everything in here is on purpose as far as the order that it's in. So right, first is my knife. This is from Hogue. This is called the Hogue Expel. This is an exchangeable blade knife. Anything that cuts can technically be a hunting knife, whatever gets the job done to process meat. The reason that I have chosen an exchangeable blade knife in general is that so I don't have to sharpen. Here in Utah, this is in southern Utah, where I harvested this deer, it probably got towards 75-80 degrees. For meat to not spoil, it has to be under 60 degrees. So time is of the essence. So rather than fiddling with a fixed blade and then having to sharpen the knife if it gets dull, I can just exchange the blade really quick and move on. This is the container, I guess if you want to call it that has the blades in them. So this is a lockback right here. This is G10, orange G10, has a pocket clip. I'm not sure if it's reversible or not. It has a lanyard hole, if that's what you're interested in. A lot of these exchangeable blades, the reason I like this Hogue one is a lot of the exchangeable blades require your fingers to get in the way of these very sharp scalpel blades. And I've seen people injure themselves, get cut in the fields, in the backcountry by, just trying to put a new one of these blades on. So that's a downside, but Hogue I think has solved the problem with that. So you undo the lockback mechanism and you can see this little, I don't know what you want to call that. It's somewhat like a trigger mechanism. It really has, there's even a little window right here so you don't leave blades in the field where you can dispose of old blades. You basically put it in there and it shoots the blade in there. That's it. Then to get a new blade, you push this mechanism up and it brings up a new blade, just like that. Now I got a new blade, lock it back and I'm ready to go. It took 2 hours by myself before my dad came. We have some horses and he helped me pack the mule deer off the mountain. By myself, I got all the quarters off, I got the head off, got the back straps and everything, 2.5 blades, and took me about 2 hours by myself. So it comes in this little case. I like to keep it in there just because if this, I just cleaned it up, this was all bloody. It just keeps it away from everything else in there from getting all gunked up, so it can stay in this case. But if you were ultralight, you could not put it in that case if you really wanted to. I used to carry a bone saw, I don't anymore. You don't really need, depending on really what you're doing, but you shouldn't need a bone saw to process an animal, even to get the head off. You don't need, to get the skull or to skull cap it, you don't need a bone saw.
So we're just sitting here glassing. While we're killing time, we're going to talk about this pocket knife. This is a Benchmade mini Osborne 945. I've had it for almost 4 years now. One of a kind, I guess, because it has everything custom. Besides the blade, everything else is from Flytanium. This is titanium screws, hardware. This is the aftermarket titanium pocket clip from Flytanium. Green micarta scales that from my sweat being in my pocket is patinaed a little bit. This even has a little bit of, when I killed my buck, I was putting my other Hogue knife in my pocket along with this one, and I guess it got some blood and cuts on it. So it has a little bit of that on it. I haven't used it in a minute, but this is just what I carry on me if I need a quick pocket knife while my other knife's in my kill kit while I'm out hunting. But I really like the look of this knife. I like micarta in general. It has a grippy texture to it and has a classic look to it as well. But yeah, I've had this knife for, like I said, about 4 years now and really like it. It's typically what I take with me when I go camping or hunting. To my knowledge, there's not another one like it.
This knife here, I typically carry in my pack. It is an SE4 with S35 VN steel. Short story, I've said this before on Blade HQ, I believe, but I'll say it again. Last year, I killed a spike elk, which here in Utah is the over-the-counter tag. I killed that spike, I was by myself, and had a different knife that was an exchangeable blade knife that did fail on me. The mechanism that held on to the blade broke. So I had this in my backpack as a backup. Also, it was more of a survival tool, and I finished processing that elk last year with this knife. I've since sharpened it. Orange G10, I think having orange on your knife is essential. It may not be the most classic look per se, it's not wood or bone or something like that, but for safety reasons, there's been an occasion where people lose their knife, especially if you're working at night. This is just essential in my opinion to have orange on your knife somewhere. Great knife, great steel, no complaints about it other than it's just a little heavy, but at the same time, you could beat up on this knife and it would never break on you. Alright guys, that's about it. For now, this is what works for me. Comment down below what works for you or what you prefer as a hunting knife. Thanks for watching guys. We'll see you on the next video.